The future of the internet is looking up. Elon Musk and Google have partnered to create an unimaginably big idea, a new way of connecting the world without wires. The laser technology is still in development, but it promises to be revolutionary when it comes to accessing the web. Join us as we explore the partnership deal between Elon Musk and Google. Would it be beneficial for both parties? What would be the end product of the partnership? Stay tuned to find out. The internet is a vast world and it's constantly getting bigger. The more we can break free from the wires that connect us to traditional internet connections, the easier it will be for us to access information with more ease. Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, joined forces with Google to create a new laser technology, which will allow people around the world to access information on the internet without needing any wires or cables. This partnership has the potential to make all of our lives easier, but there are some ways that this new technology could change how we access information on the web. Instead of using a traditional computer monitor to see what's happening online, this technology could create holograms, 3D images, and allow people to hover over them for quick reference. This would eliminate having to scroll through endless screens and websites to find what you're looking for or look at something you want more closely. This partnership wants people who are blind or visually impaired to be able to access the internet without any problems. Perhaps even more important is the ability of this technology to help people who aren't literate in English read text on websites and apps more easily than ever before. Elon Musk, a business mogul and one of the richest men on earth, is known for many very successful businesses. From his debut invention, PayPal, Elon has had several very successful businesses to book. The automobile is packed with state-of-the-art technologies, fitting for a tech geek like Elon Musk, toppling other electric car brands to gain wide recognition in the industry. His company, SpaceX, is known for its exploits in the space travel industry with contracts from NASA and launching satellites for other companies. SpaceX has another company that is growing exponentially. This company, although new, has covered a lot of grounds in its immediate field, and has now brought into view certain desires into reality. Musk has been on a mission to colonize planet Mars and create a habitable ground for humans to dwell in. This idea was thought to be impossible, but Musk has created a system that would permit human life on Mars. For this feat to be achieved, he would need a huge sum of money to fund it. With this, came the innovation or invention of a new stream under the SpaceX family known as Starlink. This brand is a tech company that is given to providing high-speed satellite internet services. Starlink puts satellites in space to beam down internet connectivity to customers. The business may not be an entirely new model, but SpaceX, through the genius of Musk, has been able to disrupt the industry. The billionaire businessman estimates that Starlink could generate $50 billion in revenue annually. This high-speed internet provider is already one of the most valuable privately held businesses in the world, with a whopping estimation of close to $100 billion. Unlike the normal internet systems we are used to, SpaceX puts satellites out in space and they communicate with ground stations. The satellite then sends the signals to its various customers through radio waves. SpaceX will put a constellation of satellites around the planet for global internet connectivity. It has put up a total of 1,740 Starlink satellites in space. This is a ridiculously impressive number considering the fact that the company just began some 2 years ago. The company has an edge over other internet providers because it provides satellite internet. Satellite internet has the potential to be faster than fiber optic cables because the radio moves at the speed of light. SpaceX is putting its satellite closer to the Earth, unlike other satellite companies. This means that the network is most likely to reach its target customers in record time. Starlink just left the beta stage in October and has increased its customer strength exponentially. The company has attracted a lot of subscribers, a record number of over 100,000. This proves customers are massively interested in the service. For a fact, everyone wants to travel fast. With users spread across 19 countries already, Starlink is gradually taking over the internet market. This will become the narrative when the internet provider gets global coverage. According to Musk, global coverage should come soon. According to the chief financial officer of SpaceX, SpaceX produces 5,000 dishes per week. This means that annually, the company produces 250,000 dishes. A good number for a company that's just growing. More than 500,000 people have deposited for Starlink services. The dish costs $499 with a monthly subscription of $99. SpaceX may not be making as much interest now. Wait till it gets global. All the losses will be recovered from monthly subscriptions. Although Musk has a very grand business empire, he wouldn't relent in his business strategies and plans, as he teams up with another giant in the search engine and online market field, Google. Google is one of the leading companies in the search engine and online marketing industry. Although that market is not as lucrative as it used to be, it has gleaned a sufficient fortune from it. Google, whose cloud unit will supply computing and networking resources to help Starlink deliver internet services through its satellite, has remarked that this partnership is one in a million. The deal will involve SpaceX installing ground stations inside Google's data centers to link with Starlink satellites. The partnership is bound to produce ultra-fast internet services for enterprising clients. Customers are going to start seeing the outcome of this service early enough, especially as Starlink has exited the beta mode. This deal is huge for Google because it is giving it an edge in its competition with the giant Microsoft and online retail Zeus, Amazon, in the cloud computing market. Google needs to diversify as quickly as possible because its current advert business is no longer growing at the usual rate. The cloud is a way for Google to shore up its revenue to sustain its growth. So, partnering up with SpaceX is a big deal for Google, because its cloud computing services will be delivered to clients at high speed. The first Google-said center to host a Starlink base station is in New Albany, Ohio, followed by other data centers in the US. But ultimately, most of Google's data centers around the world would be connected. It is not a coincidence that Elon Musk decided to partner up with Google. They have had a little bit of history. Back in 2015, Google invested $900 million into SpaceX, which was meant to cover an array of technologies, including making the satellites themselves. It is pretty natural, therefore, the two companies would do business together as the deal is beneficial to both parties. Google gets to bring its cloud services to more customers through a secure and high-speed internet network. This would enable Google to compete with other search and cloud providers, especially Amazon, which has its Project Kuiper's satellite internet service to bundle with its formidable cloud services. Since Google is going to be available even in remote locations or spots that the internet service provider does not serve, it means Google can offer its cloud services to anybody on any part of the earth. SpaceX, on the other hand, will get a foothold in the enterprise market. Each enterprise market Google signs onto its package automatically becomes a client of SpaceX. Much of the company's focus has been on household or residential access, but this deal with Google will increase SpaceX's reach by a wide margin. The client gets a simplified package, does not have to deal with two separate contracts, and more importantly, they can access Google Cloud services regardless of their location. This means that even research stations on the North Pole can still access their data at a ridiculously high-speed connection. They can also run their application on Google Cloud infrastructure instead of a local computer. The partnership was praised by frontline officials in both companies, both agreeing that the deal would be beneficial to the parties and also to the customers. This is because the customers are assured of fast and reliable internet and, as a bonus, Google's cloud services. And the deal between the giant companies is most likely to last for 7 years. However, the parties are most likely to renew the partnership if the deal proves a massive success. Azure is another company that has been trying to get into a partnership deal with SpaceX. The Microsoft-owned company has been courting SpaceX to bring Starlink internet connectivity to its modular Azure cloud data center that clients can deploy anywhere. This deal would still involve Google because of the structural pool. Elon Musk has covered almost all the sectors of business. His strategies and schemes have given him the capacity to create world-class tech, with high value, and Starlink is no exception. Partnering with Google, Starlink is complete with high-speed connectivity, and a cloud service provided by one of the biggest online search engines in the world. And the partnership with the aviation industry is another milestone. Musk has promised to partner with the aviation industry to provide low-latency half-gigabit internet connectivity during a flight. On his Twitter page, Musk says he is in talks with commercial airlines to bring this dream into reality. How will this technology be able to connect the world? The technology will be able to connect the world without wires by using a high-powered laser beam. The beam is so powerful that it can shoot through walls and travel up to 10 kilometers. Additionally, the technology will also make internet connections faster, cheaper, and more accessible. It's an amazing idea that is sure to change the way we access information on the internet. And finally, this innovation could have a major impact in rural parts of the world where people don't have access to electricity or internet service. The technology could provide these remote areas with needed connectivity. What are the challenges of this technology? While the idea of this new technology is impressive, some challenges need to be addressed before it can be put into practice. For example, most people would argue that this new technology should be accessible to everyone with an internet connection, but no guarantee will happen since the cost of these systems could get prohibitively expensive if too many people have access. There are also concerns about how nonprofits and charities might benefit from this technology. The money needed to purchase the laser has to come from somewhere, which means organizations that rely on grants may not be able to afford the devices they need to expand their programs. Additionally, while this new technology promises to connect the world without wires, there is still a chance it could become disconnected again at any point. This means that we might need other technologies like satellite connections to maintain access to digital information when the lasers go offline. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like and check out more awesome ones on the Suleimanet channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.